boop. And boop, boop. Good.
There we are.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's talking to me.
Yay. Do 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 do. Ba ba da burp burp burp. Ba da ba da. Do 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 do.
I feel like that song is an insight into your own head.
Yeah, that's just 24/7.
Yeah.
Mana. Do 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 do. All right. Daniel Thompson. 2 minutes late. Disliked.
Woo.
So, what? New thumbnail? New thumbnail hurt my soul. What a waste. A little bit.
Well, you actually ate the paint afterwards.
I did. Yeah, I don't believe in wasting paint.
Yeah, we would never waste paints. And
every
then,
every time we do something like this, though, we do get a reaction.
We do.
Spill stuff.
So
yeah.
It's actually your fault.
Mm-hmm. Nice thing about oils, though, is they come in big old tubes. So.
That's true.
You know, it'd be really funny if, since an oil wash kind of ruined this, it'd be really funny if an oil paint saved it. If I painted with oils.
Do you have a white oil paint?
I do.
Maybe.
You know what? Maybe I'll try that on the Cryptek.
Yeah, be naughty.
Why not? Get out of here, stuff. I don't need you. Oh, nope, don't move that. Don't unplug the computer. There we go.
Jeepers member 45. Woo! 70,000 subscribers.
Woo!
I
I
know.
think it's like 70,200.
It's actually 70,300.
Yeah!
And speaking of that, it's actually 70,373.
Woo!
So
Maybe getting
here
that
to hear,
plaque
folks.
soon.
Exactly. That'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Lucky bat. Ooh! Failings. Not sure if you saw this when I typed it yesterday, but the prize had a war style with a built-in gas blaster. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. When they come out now, they better have something a little bit better than a gas blaster, because it's not good enough. Gas blaster. It's fine for a Necron warrior, but want something a little better. Ooh, let's use this. Let's use this Games Workshop brush.
Yes. Justin M, what are you gonna do when we hit 100,000 subscribers? You've got some steep competition with the Warlords and Mantas.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna build a real Space Marine.
Although I think all of those are Patreon goals, not 100,000 goals. Because Guy got to 100,000 long before he got his Manta.
That's true. I was actually just taking a look at Squidmar.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost 100,000 subscribers ahead of Midwinter.
Huh.
I don't know. I haven't checked recently, but I thought he just hit like 300,000, but now he's at like 300,000 or 350,000.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's really doing it.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, those Manta videos have done really well so far.
Love Squiddy.
Mm-hmm.
Emil.
Not to be confused with Emile DeBeck.
Mm-hmm. No one knows what you just said.
I know, but it's fun. It's from South Pacific.
Mm-hmm. A musical from the 30s.
40s.
40s. Okay. Oh, then everyone knows it.
Yeah. Davy Jones, do you guys live close to each other or states apart? Yeah, we live
Countries apart.
Yeah, countries apart. Yeah. I live in Mexico. Kind of fun. Yeah, it's a little annoying though when we have to do filming because I have to fly in, but it's worth it. I fly private. You know, we're killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean 70,000 subscribers. You know, come on.
Know. Colin Stager, have you figured out what the next army is?
No.
Ooh, there you go. Aaron Ferguson, today I played a match of Age of Sigmar.
Ooh.
Did you win?
What'd you play?
I mean, I guess some gits were involved. That's my guess.
PJ McMurray, hey guys, enjoyed your video on oils today. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
You can believe it, the video took a lot of work.
Yeah, the whole kill team.
John Campbell Minion. Hey everyone, first time actually catching the stream due to a effed up sleep schedule. Oh, I know that. I know that game.
Donald Caller, how long have you been friends, and how did y'all become friends? Well, number one, you're assuming that we're friends.
Yeah, that's a big if.
Yeah, that one's not true. But we did meet. We met in 8th grade. Technically, a little bit before that, but that's when we became acquaintances because we're not friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you just met in school. And then I had a YouTube channel at that time, like killing it, even more than Eons of Battle. You know,
yeah.
I had like 70 subscribers. I mean,
billions of subscribers.
Yeah. And yeah, 70 million subscribers. Yeah, and that was way back in like 2011, so that was pretty crazy. Having the most subscribed YouTube channel. Everyone else had like under 5 million. I had 70 million. It's pretty weird. But Jay helped me with some of that stuff, and then it stopped. And then a couple years later, we started Eons of Battle.
Yeah.
Ooh, Daniel Thompson. Nick is actually Logan Paul. This is correct.
Yep. Fact.
I'm glad that I'm Logan and not Jake.
I don't even know which one's which.
It doesn't matter. Those who need to know, know.
Does anyone need to know?
No. But I think, I mean, they're both douchey, but I think Jake is the douchier one.
Well, there goes that collab.
Yeah, it's okay. I've been on his podcast 5,000 times. All right. Justin M., what about a competition video where Jay paints a big old Necron model and Nick finally picks up a Stompa? That sounds like 2 separate videos.
It does. The only really big Necron model is that is the heavy Necron construct from Forge World. I don't know if I like that model.
I don't think I've looked at it in a while.
It's
or at all.
It doesn't. I mean, again, this doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't feel that Necron-y.
Am I gonna have to take a captcha?
Yep.
No.
Ah.
There you go. It remembers. Let's see. A random Imperial Knight. I don't believe you had 70 mil. Well, I mean, are you saying that I'm lying? That's a little rude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's a little bowling ball-y.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect that I'm using oils right now because it'll have all Thanksgiving to dry.
That's true.
Also, this game search up brush is poopy. Does not have a good tip.
Let's see, 265 buccarinos. Interesting.
Does it at least come with the guns, or do you have to buy the gun separate?
I think the guns are separate.
So it's a 300 probably if you get it all.
Yeah. Jeez, are these not even? Are these drawings of the guns? No.
The guns are weird looking. Like they're weirdly perfectly rendered.
Yeah. I think that they're real.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jeez.
Just because I don't think they could figure out how to.
Yeah.
how to do a properly rendered STL thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was something that I thought would be a really fun project for the next time I boot up Blender in 50 years or whatever is I want to create a little environment that is a fake neon sign that says Neons of Battle.
Ah, that'd be
it would be really
cute.
fun to have Blender light it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe cast some light on a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a fun, not impossible project. I
That's
have
true.
two. One that says Neons of Battle and one that says Eons of Battle. And then maybe I'd create like a little animation of it flickering or something.
Mm-hmm. And a Space Marine playing the saxophone.
Yeah.
On top of the, I know. Yeah. Well, there are lots of tutorials on how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Make neon signs and stuff. Flipnut Doodad 88. I frickin' hit a deer tonight taking my kids to hockey practice.
Aww. Are your kids okay?
Damn.
I bet that sucked. I mean, also, poor deer, but who cares?
I mean, there's millions of deer.
Yeah, they're like squirrels, basically.
They are like squirrels. I know my uncle. Every time, except this time, every time he gets a new car, he hits it with a deer. Like it just happens within 3 or 4 months. He's just driving at night because he's a pilot, so he's often driving at night to get to the airport and stuff.
He must live in deer country.
Yeah, he does. He lives in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, so twice he got a brand new car, and then hit a deer immediately. Got a brand new car, hit a deer immediately, and that blows. Daniel Thompson, deer are more delicious than squirrels, though.
That's true.
I mean, have you had squirrel? You don't know that. I've had deer, but I haven't had squirrel, so I don't know.
I can imagine a squirrel sucks. Number one, there's just nothing on them.
Yeah, but you get you get a pot of a few going.
Nice squirrel stew.
Right? Yeah, it's like squirrel nuggets. Like chicken nuggets.
One time
Perfect.
I was walking past a garbage can, and there was a rustling inside the garbage can, and I looked in, and there was a squirrel stuck in a one of those like McDonald's Freezies cups. It's like a medium-sized cup with those round tops with a hole in it, and he was stuck. And so I picked it up, and then I held it upside down, and he just hung there for a few seconds, and then just poop, he popped right out the bottom.
Amazing.
Because only his front half was in it. The rest was hanging out.
Adorable. Yeah, the squirrels in Milwaukee, I would say, were a little much.
They are.
And a completely different breed of squirrel, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, they were not worried about you. They would come near you. I mean, they were vicious.
Yeah.
And I love, and my grandma mentions this every time we talk about Milwaukee, that she thought it was very entertaining that every single garbage can and recycling bin had a squirrel hole gnawed into it. Every single one.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very fun. I only want to watch it. A deer hit my car once. I saw him stop driving and let him walk across the street like he was a pedestrian. That monster charged my car.
Did you charge him back?
Mhm.
Bagels, are these noir-style Necrons? No, they're black and whites, but then for their weapons, I go hot yellow, red, neon colors. I think it looks really, really slick. White and black really pop, and then the yellow really pops.
Mm-hmm.
I think Necrons are one of the best-looking armies. Like, they look good even from a little distance. Sometimes models kind of disappear when you get a little too far away. Also, Necrons are nice and big.
Mm-hmm. But I mean that high contrast
Yeah.
really helps them. Mark Vesson, in my city, it was the same with rats. I'd rather have squirrels.
Yeah.
Rats are gross.
Random Event Studios, first video I've seen that has made me actually consider the Croots. They come 16 to a box, so if you want a whole bunch of something to paint for not too much money, Croot.
Mm-hmm. And they look good, especially with different heads
Mm-hmm.
and different Kroot hands.
I think the normal heads do look good, but they it really lets down the spikes or the quills because they're just flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, and really the 3D printer did a great job on the quills.
Oh,
I was able to position them up, so I only had to support one of them, and they came out really nice.
You got a comment that said the Kroot Discord enjoyed this video, and I'm like, that's awesome, because not the Tau Discord, the Kroot Discord.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so much fun. I want to be a part of the Kroot Discord. Nobody's invited us, which I think is rude. The Kroot Discord. Man, do you think they were screaming when when New Kill Team got released? They were just super excited about it.
Probably. I mean, the Kroot were in old Kill Team, but they were pretty darn bad.
Mm-hmm. Sean had to stop for an emu on the road once, and I live in Canada. Crazy specialty ranchers.
Wow.
Jeez. Ooh, Sean, if goose is geese, moose should be Mises.
Yeah.
I agree.
Bennett Schlotch. Oh God, you know that thing where you lean too far back in your chair and your whole life flashes before your eyes? That just happened.
I have a very vivid memory of I must have been 4 or 5 years old. My grandfather was sitting in my dad's office chair because I think he was probably fucking around online, and he leaned back and he fell backwards. I was laughing at him for days, my dad and I.
That's pretty good.
Doomslayer, morning boys. We hitting up Denny's after this, or we're going to Applebee's?
Denny's. Come on, Applebee's.
We're not going to Applebee's. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
we're getting a Grand Slam.
I have only been to Applebee's a handful of times, maybe 2 or 3. Every time I've gone, it's been the worst food. It's like I remember I had cold mashed potatoes twice, and every single time the table has been really sticky. And I don't know why. I've never had a problem at Denny's though.
Yeah, Denny's are great. And I mean, if you look up, Denny's parking lot fights, you get to watch some really cool videos.
Yeah. And maybe we're in a few of them.
Brody36, who is your favorite 40k lore YouTuber and why is it Arch? Arch sucks. I really, really, really like Baltimore's Guide to 40k. I absolutely love his videos. They're quick, they're short and sweet, and he makes really, really cool little stories that he records in his awesome voice, like a radio play with sound effects and stuff. It's really, really cool. Next up, probably Luton09, although his videos are a little bit long for my taste and boring. Just, I don't know, I think I might be over the long lore videos. I really like Adeptus Ridiculous. I think those guys are really fun, and they have a really nice way of doing things. I don't know, is that it? Who else does lore? I like Major Kill. I enjoy a good Major Kill video from time to time.
Ooh, Aaron Ferguson. So since my last comment was missed, I won. I beat some Stormcast Eternals. Yes. I had surprisingly few casualties with only 18 Stabas, my Mangler Squigs, Ruckix, and Ooge Gob, along with 2 Snarlfangs. There you go.
Flipnet Doodad 88. I'm going to try a Zenithal highlight tonight. Yeah! Sebastian Cobos Alvarado, are you planning on making the Necroborg General Grievous someday? That is a fantastic model from Wargames exclusive, and I definitely will one day. I have a couple of Wargames exclusive models to paint. I painted up their version of High Marshal Helbrecht, and I have to paint their Tau Akira biker, which is a pretty badass model. Maybe I'll try some oils on that. I wanna get to the bottom of this oil business. I wanna get good.
Speaking of good, Flipnut Doodad 88, are you going to stream tomorrow?
No.
Exactly. We'll be giving thanks. Thank you very much. Yes, we'll be back on Friday though.
Yeah.
And we also have a Patreon-only stream after that stream on Friday.
Woo! Love the Patreon, the Patreon-only streams every Friday. It's a nice way to end the week.
This is true.
This oil is treating me nice. This is, I think, a Winsor & Newton artist color? Oil color. So it's their brand that's below their artist quality. Titanium white. Davy Jones, any leg suggestions for a Age of Sigmar Vengorian Lord? Don't know what that is.
So, no.
Yeah. Age of Sigmar. Leg tips. Oh, that's the lady. That's the vampire lady. God, I don't know if she's the size of a normal human for Games Workshop or if she's oversized. So I don't know. It might be tricky. What if you type in Vengorian Lord? The Vengorian Lord is the guy version. Leg kit bash? Google didn't provide me results instantly, so that must mean that there's nothing out there.
Exactly.
Oh, here's someone did it. What did they use? It does look like they might be a little bit bigger than your average human. Those are all right. What legs are those? Making another take on converting the vampire centaur. Let me see the. Avatar of Cain legs? The Avatar of Cain. Oh yeah, that looks about right. The Avatar of Cain from Age of Sigmar. It looks like those legs are a pretty good match. A really good match, actually. Kind of down to the aesthetic. Ah!
Doomslayer, you boys are pretty close to Miniac, given that Ninjan outed him as willing to meet strangers. Any plans on doing a base-off against him?
Yep, we're actually meeting up tomorrow. It'll be pretty cool. We're having Thanksgiving together.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild. Here, let's see. How long would it take to get there? Yeah, it's 5 hours. We could get there in we can get there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's 5 hours 30 minutes. For me, if I'm driving, it's gonna be 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get there quick.
S. Brian Lloyd, loving the oil painting video this morning. Question: has anyone tried using Liquin, an oil mix in medium that speeds dry times? I have not tried that. I haven't heard of that.
I love it. Apparently there was a spider on stream, but I actually missed it.
I missed it too. I don't even know where he went. I saw it on stream. I saw it on the stream. That's okay though. I looked like maybe a daddy longlegs, so I'm safe.
Well, that's good. You don't have to burn your house down.
There is one giant ass wolf spider in the basement that would probably kill me.
Ooh, lucky bet. They're gonna meet up in a Denny's parking lot. Yep. That would be hilarious.
Jennifer Perryman, Jay, do you think Monopoly pieces are good to practice painting on? Probably not. They're super, super small and not very detailed.
Nah, I would get some Reaper.
Yeah, get some Reaper bones, something.
Yeah. Or maybe some 3D prints. You can get some good 3D prints off of Etsy.
Mm-hmm. I know on Amazon, I don't know the quality, but they do sell like these weird buckets of D&D models. Those might be worth a shot. I think it's only like 7 sculpts and they repeat. But that actually might be worth it for a practice standpoint to paint the same figure over and over. I just practice on my real models.
Ooh.
And things don't look consistent, but I'm okay with that.
That's true. They are there to practice on. Doomslayer. Nick and Jay versus Ninjan and Miniac. My money's on someone's glasses getting broken. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're gonna get destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Captain Howdy91, I used Ragnar Blackmane as a Monopoly piece when we played it. Yeah, I guess you could probably use anything. I always play the shoe.
Mm-hmm. I always play the car. The car's cool. I don't trust people that play the thimble.
Oh, yeah. Who plays the thimble?
Losers.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. People that are too safe play the thimble.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the last time I played Monopoly is with you and Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we...
Yeah, Monopoly's not the greatest game.
Says the loser.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember who won.
I remember I won.
Did you win?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna guess Amanda won.
Probably. I remember I was role-playing as the shoe, so I refused to buy railroads because they were competing with foot traffic.
Ethan Lewis, Thimble Gang, we out here. Uh-oh. We've angered another Discord. Doomslayer, you guys should do a Midwest miniature drink-off, like chess boxing, where there's a mini painting component and a drinking competition.
Mm-hmm. I know that's what Scott and Ninjan sort of do, where they paint a mini. I never quite understood how the rounds work, but because they just paint the same, they just paint one model.
Mm-hmm.
I think though they do it over the course of 4 drinks. And apparently, Miniac always throws up.
Really?
Not
That
in the
makes
videos,
sense.
but he says that
Of
it
course.
leads to him throwing up.
I mean, yeah. They should film it outside the bathroom, just the noise. That's not upsetting at all.
Mm-hmm. There's in the newest one, there's Miniac somehow falls out of his chair in a way where his butt is just pointing straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Native Noir. Foot traffic is the most overrated nonsense. For some reason, YouTube thinks I want to watch opinion videos on how great livable cities are. Who wants to spend their whole life in 4 square blocks? I don't know. Being able to walk places is pretty sweet.
But isn't it in conjunction with, like, transportation, like public transportation?
Yeah.
Because it does blow. It does. You're correct. It does suck if you just live in 4 square blocks. But usually, you know, there you can take a bus to a train, or the train station's nearby where you can go further. Because where we live, there's no walking, and it blows. Because sometimes you just want to go to the store, you know, just, you know, like a Walgreens to get a snack.
Yeah. You really can't even ride your bike to the store.
No, I mean, you could, but you'd die.
In theory, but you're just, you can't.
Right, and people be flicking you off as they're driving by.
Yeah, going 45, really going 55 in a 45 zone.
I guess you could do. I've seen like some of the kids that live in your neighborhood. I've seen them do this where they'll ride in the middle, in the median.
Yeah.
They'll ride their bike, and that's pretty fun.
That's pretty fun, and it's pretty darn dangerous. A 4-lane, really busy road.
It's a very busy road
with a 14-year-old in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
it's not great.
Trying to get to Walgreens. Yeah. But like where we lived in Milwaukee, it was kind of great because you could walk to convenience stores that was really close. I mean, you could walk to, and we did it a couple times. You could walk to a grocery store if you wanted to. It's a little far away. You can't get very much though, but you can take the bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice it's nice having options.
Yeah.
When you don't have options, it kind of sucks. But yeah, I would not love it if everything was in four blocks and you couldn't drive anywhere for some reason, and there was no public transportation, and you were just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would like that.
Justin M. I believe in Candyland supremacy. David Jones, what is the biggest thing you guys have painted? I've got a primed Balrog intimidating me. Ooh, the Balrog is neat. I've painted an Imperial Knight. That's probably the biggest model.
I painted a battle wagon. It's like a medium-sized model.
I painted a big old dwarf model. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Ariza, after 4 drinks, I remember high school.
Yeah.
There was a great moment where Ninjan was teaching Miniac how to drink a beer out of a funnel. I forget, what is that called?
I don't know.
With the funnel and the tube. But he chugged the beer, and Miniac is just staring at him. And so for the very last little bit of beer, Ninjan pointed the funnel at Miniac and just blasted him in the face with beer.
Do they? I haven't seen any of those. Do they set up the cameras and just go?
Yeah, just camera looking front on. They do have over the shoulder cams, but usually they do a really bad job of filming themselves painting.
Yeah.
It's
the hardest part.
And I mean, they probably sit there for hours, but in reality, the videos are like 14 minutes.
Right. Adorable.
Nedville Noir, I go on several road trips a year. The freedom is unparalleled and an actual icon of America. Europe can suck it. There's something to that. Although a lot of people just don't take any trips because of America. Hopefully we'll be able to take vacations and do lots of tourism in the Facebook metaverse.
That's what I'm planning on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those commercials are really good, aren't they?
Yeah. Once you get back from your job at Amazon, you're gonna put on your metaverse goggles and you can go skydiving.
Mm-hmm. I mean, jobs will be illegal. You'll only be able to be in the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
You have to work at Amazon in the metaverse.
You're gonna work at the Amazon Digital Fulfillment Center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they sell NFTs, and you have to put the NFT in a digital box. Yeah. Yeah, the world's gonna end soon. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned.
This is going to be fun, period.
Yeah. Yeah, those commercials are crazy. Brian Ratzog, this is how the Matrix started.
A little bit. What's great if Agent Smith is to be believed, the first metaverse will be perfection, and then they'll make a new metaverse that is full of problems, because humans rejected the fake universe that was perfect.
That's Brian Lloyd. In the grim darkness of the near future, there is only Amazon fulfillment. Oh my god. Well, good question. Tomfoolery 3, what's with the please leave a dislike? Well, it's because you should leave a dislike.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of dislikes, we're only at 36, which is insane because we're 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's because nobody can see the dislikes anymore.
I think so.
Although I can't. But I think a lot of people can't,
mm-hmm.
which is very sad. Oh, here we go. Whoa. 46.
Woo!
Doomslayer, you haven't been provocative enough. Talk about U.S. politics.
Ah, there we go.
The Star Wars is pretty good, especially the new movies.
Yeah!
All the bad movies suck. Or all the old movies suck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my least favorite is Empire Strikes Back. My most favorite is Episode 9. I don't know, which one do people hate more, 9 or 8?
Ah, it's hard.
Yeah.
They're both really hated. I think 8.
I think so, too.
I think 8 has the least amount of fun in it.
Yeah.
Compared to 9.
Yeah, 9 is a fun watch.
And pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
No, except for the prequels. Those blow. Damn, do they blow.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to lose fans over this.
I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Yeah, I like those movies, and I don't like them. I like them, but I think they're bad movies. Ah, Naval Noir 8, Goldie Hood
Everyone's
8, Justin M 8.
Everyone's saying 8. GeForce Member 45. My ears are bleeding from listening to this.
Yeah, 8 was a shock to the senses after 9 or after 7. 7 is so good. I love 7.
Yeah.
Ta Pigeon, painting up some orc boys right now. I only recently got into painting miniatures, and your videos have been instrumental of my progress. Thank you. That's what we're here for.
Sweet. That is cool.
Rowdy Zek, talk about the novels of custom lore you wrote about your Necrons. It doesn't quite make sense anymore. Originally, I painted my Necrons white because they lived on a snow planet. But I found that ended up making my models look really, really, really plain because they were white Necrons with light blue guns on a white planet. So they just didn't even look done. They looked pretty bad. And so now they have nice white armor, but black guns that have like hot red accents, which looks super duper dope. But I don't have a lore for it yet.
One day.
Doomslayer, the only good Star Wars are the even ones. Empire Strikes Back. But then Attack of the Clones is pretty bad. I don't mind 8. There's a bunch of things I appreciate about 8, and then there's a bunch of things I don't like about 8.
But 7 isn't an even number.
Yeah, and 7 is the best one. Brent Skinner, I unironically think they're better than most of the series. You know, I think that that's totally valid. I think they have the sweet new special effects acting and everything is better.
You missed the first thing. Have you seen the Ewok movies?
I've seen part of one. they're not good.
Well, there you have it.
Just an M. I don't know anything about the Necrons. Is that a custom base or a GW one? It's the GW one, but I put a lot of sand and cork down on the base as well. But this thing is part of the model, and I actually removed it on the other one so that they looked a little bit more different.
What does his the black stripe on his head mean?
It's fancy. He's a little bit more important than other ones.
There you go. Great. I like it. Are both of them gonna have the black stripe on the head?
No, I actually
And-
use different Necron. I use different heads. So this one has the real head with a stripe, and the other one has this like, oh, what kit is that from? It's from the Annihilation Barge. He's kind of got like a
cool.
mask on.
Yeah. Neat.
S. Brian Lloyd, where does Rogue One fit in? Oh, Rogue One is awesome. I love Rogue One.
I like Solo a hair better.
Yeah, Solo is really, really good too.
Just a hair. It's just a good movie.
I only want to watch it. There was a comic book shop. I was at a comic book shop today that had an original cells from the Ewok cartoon. I didn't know they had a cartoon. There was also a cartoon. There is a 2D animated Ewok cartoon and a 2D animated Star Wars Droids cartoon.
Amazing. Are those on Disney Plus?
Oh God, I doubt it. I think Disney's probably like, we'll make more money if they're not on here.
Right.
We own them. They'll make us more money sitting in the vault, sitting in a box on my desk, than being out there.
Remember the Disney Vault commercials?
Disney? Yes, I do.
Yeah. They always played them.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood what it meant. I guess it's like they would take the movies and make them better, because the movies don't go away.
Oh, I thought it was just that a way to say we've made a new new
release.
VHS of this movie that comes in a yellow case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're telling we promised that we did something to make it look better, even though it's VHS.
Yeah.
So. Doomslayer, my 38 cultists need to be tied together with a wash and dry brush, dirt and dust. I use all the 4 chaos colors, but they look more like your Malifaux girls for a visual aid. Blue, pink, red. Blue, pink, red. What's the last color?
Oh my God.
Green. Yeah, that's. Boy, I don't know how that doesn't become a mess. Boy.
So, just to interrupt, Dreadlord Herc and Frank M said droids and Ewoks are on Disney Plus.
Wow.
So there you go. Which is wild.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing you might be able to do is maybe if like each one has 2 colors on them, but in all together next to each other, you see all the colors represented. I don't know. Maybe check out some Dana Howell videos, because she does some really interesting things with color. But yeah, I can't. I don't know how I would achieve that. Tomfoolery 3. What do you think of the new-ish Blood Knights and the Soulblight Gravelords in general? I think they're really cool. I think they look absolutely dope. I don't know if I'm gonna pick any up. Maybe the lady, the vampire Countess Centaur lady, because that model is just super cool.
The Man Villain, what's the best way to remove water slide decals? I do have a top coat on them already.
Ooh, that's yeah, that's I think maybe a little bit of watered down isopropyl alcohol, and just put that on top and see if it'll start to soften up the top coat, and then poke at it. like gently scrape it until it comes off, but you'll probably have to do a fair bit of repair work wherever it was. Or, I mean, why not just paint over it if you don't want it there? You definitely are not going to save the decal and like put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
say
just burn
I'd
the
paint
model.
over it. Yeah, burn the model. Pigs89, hi from Melbourne, Australia, lads. Hi.
Hello. I've heard of Australia.
Perry Consolati, I am wondering if Games Workshop only does monopose now. I like multi-pose choice for my models. Thanks for any help. No, they no. Monopose is not the norm. Yeah, they make a lot of not monopose models. Heroes have basically always been monopose. Because they were metal, and then they were one piece of metal or they were one piece of resin, and then now they're many pieces of plastic that go together in one way. Although usually, because plastic is such an easy material to work with, you can futz it around a little bit, swap pieces, kit bash. Yeah, Games Workshop is not.
I have kind of a hot take. I know a lot of people complain about the orc boys being monopose, and I get it because I have orcs and it is a little annoying. But when you have them all bunched up on the table, even if they're not monopose, nobody will ever know. Like they all look the same when they're all bunched up on the table.
But also, I mean, S. Brian Lloyd seems to be a trend. I would say the trend is we get a monopose kit early on, and then later we get a normal multi-part plastic kit, because we had monopose Gene Stealer Cult, and then we had multi-part plastic kit Gene Stealer Cult. We had monopose Sisters of Battle, and then we had multi-part plastic kit Sisters of Battle. We had monopose Primary Space Marines, and then we had multi-part plastic kit Primary Space Marines. And now we have monopose Orcs. I suspect that we'll get a multi-part plastic kit Orcs.
And I guarantee that that'll happen because they still have the old kit available.
That's true.
And I guarantee that once they have a new multi-part kit, that they'll replace it. But I don't think it's as big of a deal as people say. I think a lot of people will. I don't know. I think a lot of I would appreciate when I started some monopose orc boys.
Yeah, a little bit.
They don't look good. But they'll come out with ones that aren't that way.
Battle Brothers Tabletop made it in time for the last 5 minutes. Nice.
Ooh. Welcome.
I almost wonder with the monopose if it's not part of their system is if they have monopose kits they can fit more models in a box, because the monopose Primaris came on 2 sprues and you got 10 models. Now when you buy 10 models it comes on 4 sprues. So I wonder if physically if they were all multi-part all the time they wouldn't be able to fit them in the big old boxes.
Yeah. There's probably something to that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, those boxes, they come stuffed. There's no packing peanuts or anything in those boxes.
They don't need them. Brian Ratzog, you're a monopose.
Yeah.
Salt, IDK, if I even dislike monopose, provided the poses are interesting and dynamic looking.
Yeah.
And I would argue that they tend to not be dynamic and interesting looking when they're multi-part kits. Sometimes. Unless you do some work to really get them going.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. I love a multi-part kit. Not a huge fan of monopose for troops. but I don't mind for the heroes or something. Yeah, I think they really tried monopose out in like 2000s, and God, when did the Scions came out in like 2015, but the Necron Immortals came out way back in 2000 and like, man, are they 2005? No, 2010 was probably the Necron Immortals. And they were technically monopose, but they did have a ball joint at the waist. But you could the arms all went to one gun, and the guns all went to one torso. But you did have some options with the head and the waist, which helped a ton. And it seems to be pretty much how they do it now. I just put together the Sisters of Battle box, and I actually made a mistake, and I glued the wrong arms to the wrong torso, and I found out all of the arms fit on all the torsos. So that's just a little fun. So if I ever build more Sisters of Battle, I won't even look at the instructions. I'll look at the instructions on how to build the legs, because the legs, you do have to put them together one way. That way, because the legs actually look really, really cool with their clothes, with the cloth folding in on itself and being really, really nice and realistic. And I actually did do some nice, not kit bashing, but converting. Some of them I cut off their gun and glued on other guns. So yeah, totally, it's probably one of the newest infantry kits they've made, and it's super, super nice, and it's not monopose.
Bluetooth 65. There's pros and cons with monopose versus multipose. This is true. You know how I know that? Because we made a video on it last year.
Ah.
So if you haven't watched the video, everyone should watch that video. That was an early one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, early one when we came back.
Tomfoolery. I don't like monopose cavalry because I can't put them on other horses and stuff. Yeah, that is a tricky one. I think you can do it with Space Marines because they are separate from their bikes. Although good luck finding a mount. I guess maybe if you have a 3D print and you upscale it by 50%, it would fit a Space Marine.
Yeah.
Jason M. No model is monopose if you're willing to cut it up. Yeah, exactly. Nothing is safe from a nice sharp hobby knife and some green stuff.
Hell yeah. And on that wonderful, beautiful notes, it is 10 o'clock.
Woo!
Well, we had 2 videos already out this week. One on Monday, one today. We have 2 more videos. We have one on Friday and one on Saturday. But that Saturday one is a Patreon-only one. So you got to join the Patreon for that. We have a Patreon-only stream on Friday after the normal Friday stream, where you can actually call in and chat with us, which is great. We don't have any streams tomorrow because of Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on Friday at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.